This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We'll see the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kev. Well, Rick Carlisle is a coaching graybeard. He's entering his second decade as coach of the Mavericks. He led them to the franchise's first and only title in 2011. Now, Eric Spoelstra lost that series to Carlisle, and he says of him, he's a Hall of Famer, a trailblazer as president of the Coaches Association. We all owe him a great deal. Kevin?
He is a legend. Thank you, D.A. Doris, both of these teams tonight have been struggling, looking to get things back on track, grab a hold of the rudder, and get a win.
You know what, Kevin? Sometimes winning can solve all ills. And so you're right. Both of these teams have hit a rough patch in their season. And so what has to happen here is there has to be great leadership. And one night, just one quality win, can sometimes turn a whole season and the way it feels around. You walk back into that locker room, you dap each other up, and you say, hey, we got on the right side tonight.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Doncic at the 3 and Dirk at the 4. Smith and Matthews in the backcourt. And it's Jordan in at the center position. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Here's Smith. It's hauled in by Warren. Here's Booker. The Mavericks pull it in. And, of course, game one of the season gives them their first real look at Phoenix.
And going back to last season, they really struggled for wins. And even against a team like this with comparable talent, they didn't manage one win in the season series.
Here's Booker. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Ayton kicks to Bender. Doncic with the steal. Here's Matthews. Bender with the rebound.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Smith outside. Shot from 12. The shot comes out. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Booker. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Booker's got 8 points.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Here's Matthews. Good on the 13-footer.
Well, effortlessly connecting on the mid-range jumper thanks to that quick release. Good work by Matthews.
The Suns have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Bender. Now here's Ayton. Defended by Nowitzki. Warren kicks to Ayton. Pass to Cannon. To the inside. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Smith for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. You know what Isaiah Cannon can give you, Doris? Able to eat up some minutes, and especially dangerous when that shot is hitting.
Right. This is not a guy who's necessarily a great percentage shooter. He's almost equally good 2 or 3-point range, but a tremendous free throw shooter. So he's carved out a nice role for himself in this league.
Matthews with it, out guarded by Bender. Doncic passes to Smith. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. They get it again. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Working on his interior game, Smith Jr. is very aware he has what it takes to score from there.
Matthews against Booker. Here's Ayton. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Doncic kicks to Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in career field goal percentage, Greg, by a sizable margin.
Yeah, the most prolific dunker in the league, maybe in league history.
No good on the free throw. And DeAndre Jordan this last offseason opting out of his contract with the LA Clippers. He felt, Greg, obviously it was time to move on.
It didn't take long for Jordan to find a new home here in Dallas. Had almost signed with them last time he was a free agent. Closed the deal this time around. Still has a lot to offer and a really good fit for this team inside.
He's off on the second.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line. And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Opening night of the regular season, blue sky for every team, Doris. Optimism is high. Players thinking about all the possibilities ahead.
No doubt. It's a time of tremendous optimism for both the teams and the fans of these teams. And the culmination of the work you put into the offseason, who's improved their skill level, who's added a dimension to their offensive game. We're all salivating for the start of this year.
Can't wait. Dallas making a switch here. Mejri's checked in. Here's Crawford. And that one is off. Good D by Barnes. Down low. Here's Doncic. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Doncic has got his second basket of the night. And Holmes throws it down.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And Holmes throws it down.
Man, hard to believe. Already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Boy, they have come out strong. They've controlled the pace, asserted their will. Wow.
And so it's Barea with it. They'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 10-point game. Doncic dishes to Barnes to the inside. And the basket good by Mejri. Mejri's got his second bucket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far. And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
There's the three. Offensive rebound. Takes it out to Ariza. Here's Holmes. And the Suns tack on two more.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Mavericks trail by 12. And here's Barea. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Inside, Powell. It's good. Great play set up by Barea.
How about the skills of Dwight Powell down low? Hard for the defense to match up with his length.
Crawford gets to Ariza. And here's Booker from the arc. Mejri with the rebound. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the middle. Here's Doncic. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Crawford. The shot, no good.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this. Now in the later stages of his career, Dirk Nowitzki talked about how special he feels marching his way up the all-time scoring leaderboard.
Makes you reflect, you know, milestones always make you reflect on everything. I've been really blessed.
And it's clear, GA, that Dirk still enjoys playing the game and draining buckets in a variety of ways.
You can't deny his legacy. Arguably the best 7-foot shooter in the history of our game, which is why he's so high up on that leaderboard.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Well, the assist total is skyrocketing at this point, actively looking to set up their teammates. I'll tell you, I love the way they're playing.
On the floor for Dallas. On the wings, it's Doncic and Barnes. Measuring is out there with Powell. And it's Barea in at the point guard position. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, the Mavericks were ecstatic when Dennis Smith Jr. fell to them with the 9th pick of the 2017 draft. For a team in need of athleticism and size at the point guard, it's been a hand-in-glove fit. The 6'3" Smith has a 48-inch vertical, one of the highest ever measured.
A terrific young player, an elite NBA athlete. David, that's for sure. Good stuff. Thanks.
You love it when guys play bigger than you think they are. Booker proving that he's not just a threat from the outside. And guys, Devin Booker getting great praise from some big-time players. Kyrie Irving says he raises his game to another level against high-level teams. Now he needs consistency, gentlemen.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Of course, Booker put 70 on the Celtics one evening, then obviously made quite an impression.
Well, I remember Jaylen Brown saying he doesn't have a conscience. He can shoot it with no remorse. He has a green light, and that's what makes it tough. Sounds like he had to guard him that night.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Ayton, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bender comes in for Trevor Ariza. Warren's checked in for Bridges. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Booker. Now Barnes. After T.J. Warren's three-pointer that didn't go, got that one up quick. Barnes has got his first points in this one.
That's just terrific decision-making by Barnes. Pulls up to get just enough separation and drains it. That's really pretty.
Ayton, the pass to Cannon. And no good. Great D that time from Jordan. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. Mavericks trail by 4. There's the double team with Warren. Jordan finds Barnes. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, this is about the development of Harrison Barnes' body. You know, physically he's tougher, which usually makes you mentally tougher. And what you admire is that he enjoys putting in the work.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Dallas Mavericks. Outside Jordan. He kicks to Smith. Clock at 6. Back to Jordan. Over Ayton. Misses off the left iron.
Man, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Suns moving the ball around. Passes to Cannon. Over to the wing. Lets it go with the 3. That one, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. For the Dallas Mavericks, it's been a rough couple years, but Doris, you get the sense that this lull is just temporary.
And the reason you think that's because when you combine great coaching with great management, you know you're going to make the right decision more often than not. So it's never easy to turn over an aging roster, but they hit big time on Dennis Smith Jr. And overall, I think the arrow is pointing up with this organization.
Here's Smith after the Suns pick up 2. Barnes outside. Bender with the rebound.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
Cannon looking over the floor. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You know, Doris, for a long time, few people realized how efficient the three-point shot can be, the extra point making such a difference. Why do you think it took a while for that thought process to hold?
Well, I think obviously we have advanced metrics. And the reason we have advanced metrics is there are more ways to monitor the things that happen between the lines, right? There are cameras everywhere. We can track people's data via computer programs. But I think one of the interesting things to me, Kevin, is that Steph Curry really has changed the logistics of what defines a quality shot. Here's a guy who steps across half court, and when he does, he's in range. So the influence of Steph Curry cannot be understated.
Great example. And Phoenix making a change here. Bridges checks in. Matthews passes to Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Dallas.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bender, and it's Devin Booker in for Cannon. Then for the Mavericks, Mejri comes in for Dirk Nowitzki, and Barea subbed in for Dennis Smith. Here's Bridges after the Mavericks pick up 3. Right side Warren. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
It's so interesting to me that if you look at the history of the Phoenix Suns, it was the Mike D'Antoni era where they set the trend towards up-tempo run-and-gun basketball and emphasizing the 3. Remember the great Steve Nash at the helm. They were an offensive juggernaut at that time, guys.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for T.J. Warren. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
I like the aggressiveness of Barnes, a much better player when he's attacking.
And stolen by Barnes. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Barea kicks to Mejri. Doncic with it. 6 points for him. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Here's Bridges. Here's Booker. Got it. Good job in the low post. And now it's a 3-point Suns lead.
There are few people in the league that are more scary when they start to find their rhythm than Devin Booker, and he's cooking right now.
And a close game so far through the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. When does this guy cool off? I mean, he's been stringing together